So I am at the ULA conference here in Charlotte, North Carolina, Urban Land Institute, Carolinas Conference 2024. Yesterday we had the keynote speaker. His name is Eric Freedman with US Bank. He is the Chief Investment Officer. He came and spoke to us about the current state of the market and what's going on. A couple of takeaways I had. It was an hour-and-a-half session. The first takeaway is that it is very unlikely the Fed will cut rates 6 times this year. There is no way that is probably going to happen. Powell is leaving office in January, and he does not want to be known as the Fed chair that had inflation come back. So he is going to stamp out inflation as much as he can. There might be some rate cuts later this year, but he felt very strongly, Eric did, that the 10-year Treasury probably won't rebound to levels that we've seen for another year to year and a half. That will affect rates on a lot of debt service that there is. The second thing I found was really interesting that he said is that a lot of Americans are moving into the trades. Technology is not hiring right now. That skill set, if you have it, is great, but unfortunately, that's not a skill set that is in an expanding job market. Technology is not hiring. The largest employers are healthcare, education, businesses, and manufacturing. And he said that lately, within the last couple of years, they have seen a lot of Americans going back to school, getting skills for trades, for things that people actually need, HVAC, repairmen, creating goods and services in our local economies. A lot of Americans are moving back into that sector. So that's promising. That's promising to hear, because for a long time, we were seeing people move out of that sector and new grads not going in, but a lot of people who have bachelor degrees, unfortunately, do not have the skill set needed to obtain jobs. But manufacturing, services, and goods, and healthcare and education make up 88% of the job openings that are out there today. So it's really fascinating to see people move away from these other fields, other types of jobs. Technology is not hiring. Information systems is not hiring. They represent 1%, 2% of the job market out there right now. So a lot of people are moving jobs, which is good. And the job market as a whole is really, really strong. So that's the second takeaway I had yesterday from the keynote session on the economy.